Here we go! Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name's Lindsay, aka SwishWilly, and I talk about all things Disney. So if you're into that sort of thing, please make sure you hit subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Today, we are talking about the Walt Disney World Marathon Weekend 2024 and what you can expect and what you need to know before registration. It is no secret that this is by far my favorite runDisney race weekend, although I have not done Springtime Surprise, so there's that. So I am super ready for this. I'm super nervous because if anybody remembers last year's registration snafu, it was a whole lot of emotions. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll link that down below so you can see what my reaction was. This year, again, I am hoping to get in for the Dopey Challenge. Last year it didn't work. I got in for the marathon though, so we'll see what happens this year. So I think we should just jump right into it, shall we? The Walt Disney World Marathon Weekend for 2024 is going to run from January 3rd to January 7th. Note, January 3rd is just the first day of the expo, so no races on that day, but we'll get into that. So I think we should just jump into the distances and the prices because that's what everybody needs to know. So I'm going to preface this by saying to everyone who has ran last year and remembers the pricing has gone up for these races, not astronomically by any means, but certainly has gone up. So it ranges between $4 and $5, except for the Dopey Challenge, which is now $11 more than it was last year. Okay. Let's jump in. The 5K, as per usual, is going to be Pluto themed, and this race is going to be sitting at $107.99 should you choose to do it in person. If you want to do it virtually, it's going to be $85. Your 10K is going to be Chippendale themed, which I always think is super, super cute. I haven't ran a race yet for Chippendale, so I'm excited to see if I can actually get in and get that Chippendale medal. And this race is going to set you at $150.99, and virtually it's going to be $106. Your half marathon is Donald Duck and Daisy Duck themed and will be sitting at $218.99. The virtual event will be $126. Your full marathon is of course going to be Mickey and Minnie themed. This one is going to be $221, and if you're looking to do this one virtually, you're looking at $129. Now we're going to talk about the challenges, which everyone knows are the big money races. Your Goofy Challenge, which is obviously Goofy themed, holds your half marathon and your full marathon. And this is going to be $432 and virtually $294. Your Dopey Challenge, which is obviously Dopey themed, is your 5K, your 10K, your half marathon, and your full marathon. This one is $672. This one, again, like I said, went up by $11 this year. And to run it virtually, you're looking at $511.99. Because these races are so expensive, I'm gonna do my PSA early in this video. I always say this in my videos that if you do not think you can commit to the race, please make sure that you don't register. The reason why I say this is because runDisney does not offer any refunds after you register. Now, of course, if there's technical glitches and it charges you twice and you only register once, that's a different story. However, if you sign up for any of the races and then all of a sudden you're like, you know what, I just don't want to do it, or I can't get to Florida at that time, they can't issue you refunds. On top of just travel issues or anything like that, even if you break your leg or anything like that, you still can't get a refund. So it is a little bit of a risk, so just be mindful of how much you're paying for these races versus the risk. Let's kind of segue from the non-refundable to the race policy in terms of your weather. runDisney races are rain or shine. They will happen regardless if it's sunny out or if it's raining out. With that being said, if there's lightning within 10 miles and it's moving in towards the race course, they will stop the event and they will not start the event back up until it is 10 miles out and moving away. Now, they may shorten courses due to extreme cold or extreme heat. This has happened before when the humidity just got absolutely insane and it just wasn't safe for runners anymore. They will do that. Now, I only really know of one occurrence of this happening, but the weather did affect a half marathon at one of these weekends and that race was canceled. Now, Disney doesn't have to do this, but I have seen them do this in the past, that if they cancel a race, they will allow the runners to defer to a race in the next race calendar. Now, don't take my word on this because this is not required by runDisney. They don't have to do that. You sign off saying that you acknowledge this. So they don't have to offer you a refund. Typically Disney will do something for you because they're Disney, but just be mindful that it doesn't have to happen. To another race policy, let's talk about your age requirements. In order to run the 5K, all runners have to be 5 years of age or older. To run the 10K, it's 10 years of age or older. For the half marathon, you have to be 14 years of age or older. And for the full marathon and the challenges, because they include the full marathon, that one's at 18 years or older. And now the question everybody wants to know is, when do you register? Now, if you are one of the lucky Club Run Disney members, you get to register this coming Tuesday, April 4th at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Now, if you are a general registration runner like myself, you'll be registering on April 11th at 10 a.m. Eastern time. If you are looking to run this virtually, your registration is going to be on Friday, April 14th, again at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Another thing that everybody wants to talk about is the proof of time and your pacing requirements. Now, your pacing requirements for your half and your full are 16 minutes per mile. I highly recommend, and Disney also recommends, training at 15 minutes per mile. If you train to run faster than you think you will throughout the race, it just gives you that much more time to enjoy the character stops. And depending on where you live and where you're training, those weather temperature changes could make a big impact on your race pace. Proof of time. Now, proof of time does seem to trip some people up, so let me be very clear. You only need to submit your proof of time if you plan on running the half marathon at 2 hours and 15 minutes or less, or the full marathon at 4 hours and 30 minutes or less. If you think it's going to take you longer than that, don't worry about it. You don't have to submit any proof of time. Now, what is a proof of time? A proof of time is basically your race result from a previous race. Now, you submit this to Disney in order to reserve your place in our corral. What you need on hand when you submit your proof of time is the name of the race, the distance of the race, where it took place, your results in hours, minutes, and seconds, as well as a website link to your results to prove that it's actually accurate. The race has to be a USATF certified race. A lot of the time, if your bib has any sort of chip and tracking number, it usually is a certified race, and you can usually find that information on the race website directly. Now, any race that you may have ran between January 1st, 2021 through to September 23rd, 2023 can be submitted for your proof of time. As I say in all of my videos, please be mindful that you're going to want to submit your proof of time as soon as you possibly can. If you don't currently have a proof of time and you really want to submit one, I highly recommend finding a race sooner rather than later to get you that result, because let's say it's August and you have a great proof of time and this should get you in the second corral. You have to be very careful, because if the second corral is already full of people that have proved their proof of time previously, you will get bumped to the next available corral. That doesn't mean the third corral, it means the next available one. So if the third corral is also full, you'll be pushed to the fourth, and so on and so forth. So just be very mindful that the sooner you get this proof of time in, the better. All right, now a quick thing on your expo and what you need to know for it. In order to pick up your bib, you have to go to the runDisney Expo. The expo opens on January 3rd and it runs to the Saturday before the final race. If you're running the 5K or the Dopey Challenge, you need to pick up your bib on the first day. So that's Wednesday, January 3rd, because your first race is the next day on January 4th. There is no same day bib pickup, so make sure you're being mindful of that and you pick it up accordingly. For your 10K, you can pick it up on the Wednesday or the Thursday. For your half marathon, you can pick it up on the Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. And the same goes for the Goofy Challenge, because the half marathon is involved. If you're simply running the marathon, you have every day of the expo to pick up your bib. The expo closes on the Saturday, so you have to pick up your marathon bib on the Saturday at the very latest. Again, no same day pickup. And speaking of bibs, just a friendly reminder that it is against Disney policy to transfer your bib or sell your bib to somebody else. I have seen this happen in the past, and they're really cracking down on this as of late, where if they catch you either switching out your bib, let's say you're doing a challenge and you take the one bib and they take another bib, so you're splitting the races, it's not going to end well. Disney is very, very adamant about this, and this could get you banned from running any runDisney race in the future. So you just don't want to get on Disney's bad books. So if you register, keep the bib to yourself. Thank you so much for watching this video. I know it was quick, I know it was short. I hope you got what you wanted. If there are any outstanding questions that I may not have answered, please comment down below and I will gladly answer those to my best ability. Again, thank you so much for watching this video, and if you haven't already, make sure you hit subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Have an awesome day.